So it has been an exciting morning for many people, or evening, wherever you are in the world. The iPhone 10 pre-orders went live literally 19 minutes ago. So the pre-orders have been live on the Apple Store for the past 19 minutes. And whilst I was doing my pre-order itself, I was watching along on Twitter as many of you were communicating with me, which was really cool to see how everyone was getting along with their pre-orders as well. And it was frantic. It was very frantic. In fact, I watched a couple of other live streams of other content creators also doing their pre-orders, and some of them were having real problems, especially if you were actually ordering through an upgrade program. It was asking for all sorts of things like social security numbers, etc, etc. And I do feel for those who had to go through the rigmarole of having to give all that extra information that they weren't sort of prepared to give. The actual pre-orders in the UK, so let's talk about the UK first of all, were pretty smooth. There were various ways you could try to do the pre-order. The most successful way, which seems to have been the case for the past few iPhones, or at least the past couple of iPhones, has indeed been through the iOS app. And for me, I was sitting here with my iPhone 7 Plus just here, frantically refreshing the app. That was connected via a cellular network, and I was also connected via Wi-Fi on my iPad Pro, and I was refreshing those two whilst I was also refreshing the Apple Store on the main computer here. And the App Store on here, or sorry, the Apple Store on the iOS devices came online first for me in the UK. In fact, it came online in the UK at round about 8:04 AM GMT, and it came online first for me on my iPad Pro, so I managed to do my pre-order there. I mentioned in yesterday's video that I would find a way of doing the iPhone 10 video, and I did indeed find a way of getting one in. So I have ordered this in with Geekanoids funds, and I will do my coverage of it, and if it's something that I don't then want to keep, then I will sell it on to a member of the family, which came in late last night and said, if you really don't want to keep it, I'll take it off your hands. So that was a good way of me being able to at least bring you the coverage, because I don't really believe in ordering a product in and doing the video and then sending it back to Apple. I just don't believe in that. I'm a business myself. I also sell things on occasion, and getting a return, I know Apple's a big corporation, but getting a return feels pretty crappy. So, you know, I really didn't want to do that. So 8:04 AM it came online in the UK. I will take some questions in a very short while, but I just want to cover this off first. I'm just going to go, actually let's not do it on there, let's do it over here. I just want to go onto the Apple Store in the UK. We'll do the UK first. I just want to see what's happening with pre-orders, just to bring you up to date, because you can still pre-order even now. And if we look at the silver version first of all, we're looking at, well, about 20 minutes after the pre-orders went live, and the shipping has slipped for both models of the silver to 4 to 5 weeks delivery. So you're looking at round about the end of November now to beginning of December. And if we look at the space grey version, I think it's going to be pretty much the same. Yep, 4 to 5 weeks as well. So in the UK, shipping for all models has slipped to 4 to 5 weeks. Now let's just check the US website. We'll check the USA as well, and we will go to pre-order again. And this is a little bit different. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the actual shipping times here, because it's only giving me carrier choices. I thought that in the United States you could actually you could actually pre-order an unlocked one, but let's just select AT&T for example. Well, AT&T, to give you an example, has slipped to 2 to 3 weeks. Sprint has still got both models available for November the 3rd. T-Mobile is showing 2 to 3 weeks, and Verizon in the United States is showing 2 to 3 weeks as well. So all of the models have sort of slipped, apart from for Sprint in the United States at the moment. And wow, a super chat has come in. A big thank you to John at Front Page Tech. Really do appreciate your super chat, John. Fantastic. And I'll tell you something, you really need to check out Front Page Tech. They are killing it at the moment with videos. I watched one of John's videos the other day about the new Amazon camera device that integrates with the front door lock to let couriers come in and deliver parcels. And I think John, I mean, just big thumbs up to John for covering this, because it's quite a controversial topic for John to cover. But what a crazy product. What an absolutely crazy product, to open your door remotely, or have it open remotely for a courier delivery. Are insurance companies even going to like this? I just thought it was absolutely crazy. So I just wanted to mention that. But a big thank you, John, for your super chat. I really do appreciate it. That is absolutely awesome. Now let's take a look through some questions here. A lot of you were tweeting me during the initial pre-order coming back online, and you were asking, like, how do you get in an order so quickly? As I mentioned before, the app seems to be the way to go. Definitely seems to sort of give you a much better chance of getting your order in early. And it was like that for me in the previous year, and I think the year before that as well. But certainly pre-orders do come up, excuse me, on the iOS app a lot quicker than online. I think the UK online store on the web browser, it was about 12 minutes past 8, so about sort of 11 to 12 minutes into the ordering process that the actual website came back online. And that's a good sort of 8 or 9 minutes after the app came back online. So it seems like Apple prioritise people who have their devices already. That's the way I sort of look at that. Good morning from Renee Barbara. Hello to you, Renee, from California. Also hello to Mr. Anon. And we've also got PK Sangavaram. I just placed my order with Verizon. A big congrats to you, and a big congratulations to everyone who managed to get their iPhone 10 orders in on time. We've also got Matthew Wilkins. Hi Dave, I was going to upgrade my iPhone 8 Plus to an iPhone 10, but with the iOS bugs and problems, I have a Samsung Galaxy Note 8 arriving today following your recent videos. Yes, the Galaxy Note 8, which I'm still using. It is still sitting here. I'm really thoroughly enjoying. The iPhone 10 I have got in purely to cover for the channel. Of course, I love Apple devices. I'm not happy with iOS 11, but I really want to cover the iPhone 10 and share my opinion with you. In answer to a lot of people's questions here, a lot of you are asking when was your delivery date and did you get it. Just to confirm, I did order in for Geekanoids the iPhone 10 256GB in space grey. I thought that would be the least popular model purely because of the price point, so I already had that in my favourites. So when it came up on my app here, I just clicked favourites, add to bag and checkout without even thinking. I didn't want to look at different models, so that's what I've got coming in. As Lazar says, just sell the iPhone 10 after the review. Yes, if I don't like it, then I will sell it, as I mentioned earlier. The only thing I will say is I'm going to either keep the iPhone 10 or the iPhone 7 Plus, purely because I need to be able to cover this sort of thing. I need to keep an eye on how iOS works on a device. I'll more than likely keep my older iPhone here, because this still allows me to actually cover iOS and sort of share my opinion with you regarding apps and I need something like this so that when I get a smart home product into review on the channel, I can see how well it integrates into HomeKit and how the app works on iOS as well. So I'll always have an iOS device. It's just that my potential switch to Android is more than likely going to become my daily driver. PK Sang, I'm really sorry I get your name wrong, but let's call you PK, says, how's the weather in the UK, mate? Well, the weather in the UK, it's 8 AM, it's a very cold start. Definitely winter is on its way, and it was very sort of rainy and damp yesterday. It looks like it's going to be the same today. Visibility when you're driving, not that great today either. It's sort of very, very wintry. George Whitelaw, hi Dave, placed my order at 8:04. However, it says it's received my order, no date given for delivery. That is very, very strange. Normally you get a date on the email, or you get a date when you're checking out, so I do find that very strange. So follow that up with Apple. Give them a ring now. They've got loads of people in today. They're going to have sort of probably triple the amount of staff they normally do, so they should be able to deal with your inquiry pretty quickly. Carter Sloan, mine is coming on the 3rd. Congratulations, you got one on launch day. Really pleased for you. That is absolutely amazing. Divyesh Shimpi asks, when is it available for pre-order in India? I'm not sure. I really don't know when they're going to be rolling out the second phase of pre-orders. I would imagine it's going to be pretty soon. They might delay it up to sort of 4 to 6 weeks possibly. So I do feel for you, but it should be soon. Brian Taxa, a lot of US carriers pre-orders early, about 10 minutes early. Yes, I heard that. Some of the carriers' websites in the United States actually came online just before 8 AM in the UK time, so it would have been just before midnight US time. They sort of jumped the queue a little bit and went a little bit early just to get pre-orders started. So some people got their orders in very, very quickly. AVFC 1956, UK pre-order via Apple Store app on the iPad. Store didn't come up for until 8:05 AM, and refresh problematic. Delivery date 13th to 20th November. So even just a minute after my pre-order went in, the dates had already slipped by about 10 working days. So not too bad. At least you've still got it coming in. It could be a lot worse. A lot of people were expecting that after this initial sort of rush that we weren't going to see any more until 2018. But it's still showing around about 4 to 5 weeks. So sometime in December for some people. Also, D29, I went for the upgrade program. It's more cost effective and one of the best ways to get on the day. My pickup is on launch day at Regent Street. That is awesome, and you will have a fantastic time. When you go to a launch day at an Apple store, and I've covered many, I've covered Apple store openings when they first open the Apple store, and even these launch days as well with new products. The atmosphere is awesome, so you will thoroughly enjoy your day. And the staff there at the stores are in such high spirits. I remember one year when I went, it was to an Apple store opening, and the staff there even went and bought me muffins and a cup of tea as well from a local Starbucks. They were really cool, very, very cool staff. That was, I think, at Blue Water in the UK that happened. So really very, very good experience. Luke Viahopoulos says the store in Australia opened at 6:05 for me, but I managed to get two orders in for silver 256GB on launch day, and 2 folio cases for pickup on the 1st. That is excellent. Very, very good news for you. I'm really pleased for you. And Bella the dog too. Hi Dave, Guy here. Got the Space Grey 256 ordered via Apple Store app at 8:04. Delivery November the 3rd. You must have ordered and pushed the button exactly the same time as me. That is very, very cool. Really, really cool. I'm pleased for you. And also JJ2244 got my silver 64GB 3rd of November UK delivery. Really pleased for you as well. So many people getting their orders in. That is really very, very good news. Now I just want to go back to, actually let's do it on here because then I can show you. I was looking at the accessories and there was an accessory that I missed. Actually, let's just have a look at the shipping dates again. Pre-order iPhone. Let's go for silver, just to check one more. So now we're still looking at 4 to 5 weeks for the silver and 4 to 5 weeks for the space grey. But I was looking at accessories. Let me just go to accessories here. And there was an accessory that I hadn't seen. So let's have a look at what's new. And it was the comment here in the chat that just prompted me to show you this. There is in fact an iPhone 10 leather folio case. I didn't see this announced before. I don't check the store too often. I'm not sure if you can see this. This is what it looks like. So there's an iPhone 10 folio case available in all different colours, and it actually wraps around and covers the screen of the iPhone 10 as well. Let me show you a different colour. There's this. This is called Berry. Very, very nice. A very nice berry case. Very cool. And I hadn't seen this before. I'd seen the other folio cases, like the other cases, the silicone case, which comes in at £39 in the UK. Also the leather case, which is the same design as the silicone one, just leather, comes in lots of different colours, £49. And then of course we've got the leather folio that I just showed you that comes in 4 different colours, and that's coming in at £99, so quite an expensive case. Now I'm not too sure on folio cases, purely because when you're taking photos they seem to get in the way. But for sort of business use, the fact that the front cover comes round and you can actually protect the screen a little bit more, the folio cases are a good idea. These are the colours. So we've got Cosmos Blue, we've also got Taupe, and then we've got Black, and then the last one which I showed you a moment ago, which is the berry colour. So £99 for a folio case, shipping on oh actually it says dispatched in 1 business day, so these are available for delivery pretty much you know, next day, so that's really good to know. I might order one in just to have a look at. Not sure whether I'll keep it on my phone. The only thing with Apple cases that I don't like is that the bottom remains exposed, and I prefer a silicone case that actually goes round the bottom edge as well, so that when you're plugging in and out, and if you miss the port, you're not scratching up the bottom of your phone. So, but I might order one of those in to have a look at. I'll give you an early look if it comes in before the iPhone 10. So let's have a look at the questions again. We have got Andre says November the 3rd also. So happy, 256GB black. That is awesome. Really pleased for you, Andre. Jason says I got my delivery for November the 3rd, but my Apple Store app says I don't have any order in my orders. Should I worry? It might just take a little while to refresh. There's so many orders going in. Let's have a look at mine. Let me just see what I've got in my orders. Well, mine is showing. So maybe refresh your account, like quit the app, go back in and see if it then appears. Don't worry at this stage. Maybe give them a ring. If you are worried, give them a ring. They're more than happy to help. Jose Rosas says, or Jose Rosas says, do you guys, I can change the card where it was charged to. It's a possibility. They may, when you put the order through, they normally check that you've got the funds there on your credit or debit card, so they may have already done that. If you change it, I would worry you would lose your place in the queue. Again, give them a ring and just say, can I change my card where this is going to be processed to? It might be that if you change a card in your Apple account, that it's still charged to the card that was on there when you placed the order. I'm not 100% sure on that, but if in doubt, give them a ring. Apple are really good at sort of sorting those sort of things out for you. We've also got here a JJ2244. I'm going to go for a Pitica carbon fibre case for how thin it is. Wow, if not a skin. I would love for you to link me to that. Send me a link to that either on the chat here, because I'd like to take a look, or indeed tweet me at Geekanoids. I would really appreciate it. Alan Ostergaard says, I am wondering if I should order the leather case or the folio right now. They do look nice. It's very nice quality leather. It certainly is tempting, but do bear in mind that the bottom does remain exposed. This is what I mean. I've got a silicone case on my iPhone here, and it's covered all the way across the bottom. The Apple cases are open. Nicholas Coater, I just ordered the 10 through Verizon and now it says I have no orders. Is this normal? A lot of people are reporting this, Nicholas, that their orders aren't updating. So maybe give it a little while or contact Apple or Verizon to check your order's gone through. Graham, I'm so excited for you, Dave. Thank you very, very much. So many questions. Very, very exciting time for a lot of people. The Pitaka case too, secondary account, says about the Pitaka case. Ahmad Abdullah says, hey Geekanoids, have you got a pre-order for the iPhone 10? Yes, you must have tuned in late. I have an order in. It's arriving on launch day, November the 3rd. Rakib says, pre-order successful. Awesome. Really pleased for you. And thank you again to JJ for sending me that link. I'm going to open that up in another page. Let's have a look at it. I can't find it, but I will find it afterwards. I'm on their actual website. Mag case for iPhone 10. Here we go. Wow. That does look nice. Does it cover the bottom? This is similar to the Apple case. So it looks really nice. I love the look of it. But when you look across the bottom is still exposed, but it does go round the back a little bit. So it's like it looks like a skin because it's so thin. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. That rhymed. That does look nice. I'm just looking at the Pitaka case. That looks really nice. Thank you very much for sharing that link with me. I'm going to definitely check that out. Bella the Dog 2 ordered a berry leather folio. Awesome. I think that looks nice. It's a really nice colour. Very, very nice colour. I think if I ordered one, it would be a toss-up between the berry and the black. Not sure which. Not sure which at all. Now, there are so many chats coming in. I just want to remind you very quickly, if you do want to use the super chat, that helps support the channel, and you'll get your question or comment highlighted. So please do use that if you want to use it. And also, even though I've found a way of funding the iPhone 10 video, if you do want your name or your channel shouted out, like a shout out and a credit within that video, I do have a GoFundMe page set up. This was initially to cover the cost of the iPhone 10, but if you do want to shout out in that video, please do use that GoFundMe page. Remember to leave details of your channel or your Twitter name or just your name there, and or send me a message after you've made the pledge, and I will make sure that you get a shout out in the initial iPhone 10 video. So please do that. I'll be closing that down probably the day before the iPhone 10 delivery, so that is there if you want to use it. Ahmed Abdullah, Dave, what about the wireless pad in your opinion? Not so sure. I'm not even sure if that's available yet. The Apple branded one is quite expensive. So it looks like a nice device though, and if you've got an Apple Watch as well and AirPods, then it might be the way to go. I did find that Samsung do a wireless charging pad as well that charges their speaker and one of the smartphones at the same time. I'm not sure if that's an option, but that came in at around about £49 in the UK. I found that on Amazon the other day. Rick Toscali, wow, getting other people to buy your iPhone 10 for you, sneaky. Not sneaky at all. It's purely me giving you that option to support the channel, and you get something in return. It's not as though I'm saying, buy my iPhone, I'm going to run off into the moonlight with my iPhone 10 and you'll never see me again. This is something purely optional, and if you watched my Note 8 video, you will have seen the people who pledged money in that video also get a credit, so you definitely get something in return. Secondary account, this is a really nice comment. Well, congrats to everyone who got an iPhone. I've got to go to school, so I'm going to go to bed. Nice live stream. I assume you're not in the UK, so you're just off to bed. Get up bright and early for school. Thanks very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Daniel Quintiliano, I got a reservation number but no email yet. What does that mean? Should I be worried? I'm really not sure. If you've got a reservation number, maybe it's for a collection at an Apple store. So contact Apple and ask them why you've only got a reservation number. No email yet. Maybe the emails are just going to be processed a little bit later. Don't forget they're going to have an influx of orders. But if in doubt, contact either your carrier or Apple. JJ2244, did you go for white or space grey? I went for space grey. Previously, I've sort of transitioned across, because previous smartphones I've liked white or gold, and when I got the iPad Pro and then the MacBook Pro, I sort of became more attracted to the sort of space grey colour, so it's going to be space grey all the way through. Jeffrey Lynn, I put the wrong name on the bill information. Oh, I feel for you, buddy. I feel for you. Hopefully you can sort that problem out. Kerry Bettenhausen, I got the space grey 256 gig through AT&T next 12 minutes into the pre-sale, and my order says I will get it on November the 3rd. That is awesome news. Very, very pleased for you. So a lot of you in the chat obviously staying up late or getting up early to do their orders. Really very, very pleased for a lot of you that have actually managed to get it on launch day. Some of you it did slip by sort of about 10 working days, but really pleased for you. Simon Z says also, yeah, got my silver 256GB on November the 3rd. Again, big congratulations to you. Daniel Nunez asking how many gigs did you get? I went for the 256GB. I'd already favorited it. I thought there was more chance of getting the larger capacity one because it was more expensive. Just wanted to make sure I sort of gave myself the best chance of getting it on launch day. Kerry Bettenhausen says, what time did the pre-sale actually go live? Was it delayed a bit? Well, it was meant to be 1 minute past midnight in the United States and 8:01 AM in the UK. Depending on which time zone you're in, it would have been a little bit different for you. It went live, I think, pretty much on time in the United States, and in the UK around about 8:04 AM, so about 3 minutes late. And here we go, Simon Z says in Germany it was delayed for 4 to 5 minutes, so it seems to be about right, about 4 minutes delay. Daniel Nunez, did you buy it through Apple or your carrier? My pre-order went through Apple. And Jose Alfaro says, why Sprint hasn't launched it out yet? Well, it seems to be available through Sprint on the Apple Store website in the US. When I looked a moment ago, it was available. Still with the November the 3rd date. Maybe they're still having some problems their end with their sort of servers or systems, but it seemed to be available on the Apple website to purchase through Sprint. David Dixon also confirming it was delayed for 4 minutes for him in the UK. Michael Salgado, hello to you, Michael. I secured a 256GB space grey for both me and my girl. I'm happy. Wow, that is really good. I'm pleased for you. Lots of you chiming in now, getting yours on November the 3rd. Manuel Giron delayed till the 19th. That's not too bad. I do feel for you, got to wait a little bit, but that isn't too bad. Ahmed Abdullah asks, did Apple 10 will be successful or a dump? So will it succeed or fail? I think it will always be popular. A lot of people are really in the Apple ecosystem, and they will buy the new iPhone regardless of what it looks like. If you've watched my videos previously, you'll know I'm not a big fan of the notch on the display, but people will grow to love it. And if developers integrate that notch correctly in software to make it sort of seamlessly disappear, hopefully they can do that some way, then I'm sure it will be a very good device. I'm still not convinced. That's why I've been looking at Android, and primarily the Note 8 and also the Pixel 2 XL. But it will be a good device, and it will be well received, or at least I hope it will be. David Dixon chimes in and says it will succeed. It's already sold out. Well, it is a very popular device. Mike D, 256 silver. First pickup time in store. I'll be the first one to get the phone in that store. That is awesome. Very, very pleased for you. Really pleased for you. So anyway, this has been great. I've really enjoyed doing this live broadcast. Let me just do one last thing. I'm doing this, I'm based in the UK, so I'm going to go back to the UK store and just have one last look and see what the shipping dates are like. Where are we? Pre-order. Let's have a look. So we have got space. Let's change the colour first, because that might have been my previous page. So just an update for you, if you are still looking to pre-order the iPhone 10, the predictions were that after that initial pre-order, sort of 30 minutes, we're down to what time now? 50 minutes after the pre-order's gone live. So the initial indications were that it was going to slip until next year. That isn't the case. You can still pre-order the silver in both capacities in the UK, and the shipping date is 4 to 5 weeks, and the space grey version is also 4 to 5 weeks. So if you order today, you still have a chance of getting it by the end of November, or if not, the first week in December. So it's well worth getting your pre-order in still. So anyway, that is it for this live broadcast. Thank you again to all of you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for all of your comments and questions, and a big congratulations to all of you who managed to get your pre-order in. I hope you enjoy your new iPhone 10s. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.